What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody is having a lovely day. We had a forecast for hurricanes or tornadoes today and yesterday, but it seems like everybody made it out okay. I hope wherever you are, you made it out okay. Everything is good. Your family is good. Your home is good. Your health is good. But we are back. We are back. We finally pulled out the motor to the Lexus Rx300. We got the motor and the transmission sitting right here on the subframe. And what we're gonna do for stage 2 is we're gonna disconnect all of our wiring harnesses. We're gonna pull this whole wiring harness off, okay? All the wiring going all the way around. And if you look at the motor that we're putting in, they cut the wiring, you know? So we want to go through, we're going to have to do both motors like that. We're going to go through this motor and also take off the wiring harness so we can put on the wiring harness that we take off of this motor here. So we got a little work to do today, but I believe we can get it done. I just wanted to bring you guys along to see kind of how this process is. I wish I would have showed you the drop down process, but I'm pretty sure it's a couple of videos out there to help you out with that process. But what we're gonna do today is, like I said, take off the wiring bundle, separate the motor from the transmission, get the motor off of the subframe, and get it out of here, okay? So, hope you enjoy. Stay tuned.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
All right, so let me show you guys where we are. We got majority of the bundle off here. And you can see it hanging here. And we're gonna come on around. We disconnected all of this side. So all of this is loose here. So the only thing that's holding us is this wire to my fuel injectors going underneath the manifold. So that was pretty simple of getting the wiring this loose. We got the front side loose, the back side that wraps around. But I think what we're gonna do next is take off the intake manifold so we can get this wiring harness out of here and pull this wiring, the whole bundle out. And then I think while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the back manifold, exhaust manifold, and also yank out my wire pipe, okay, or my Cadillac converter, rear Cadillac converter. But we're making good progress. Wiring bundle is almost out, and we'll move forward. All right, stay tuned.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
All right, we finally got our intake off. I think we can go ahead and pull off our wiring bundle now. Let's be careful that we don't damage it in the process of taking it off. There it is. Make sure it's not hung up on anything, and we're gonna lay it down here. And there's our wiring bundle. So our whole wiring bundle is off of our engine. Like I said, now we can work towards getting off our intake manifold, not our intake manifold, sorry, exhaust manifold, and then trying to yank out this pipe here, okay? And I think also what I'm gonna go ahead and do is take out my starter so I can get this little bit of ground wiring out of here, and that'll clear up a lot of room, and then we can focus on trying to separate the motor from the transmission.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Sorry guys, my camera died on me, but as you can see, I got the motor separated from the transmission. As you can see in the video, I had to go underneath and separate the crank bearings so I can spin this motor over. This motor was locked up, and that's why we're changing it out. But in order to free up that crank to spin my torque converter over and get my torque converter bolts out, I had to go underneath and free it up. But luckily that worked out for me. And these are all the parts here that we took off to get to this point. And I did get my wiring bundle off. You can see I got my wiring bundle off all in one tact. So now we guess we're going back to the procedure of putting everything back together the correct way. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is get the old motor or the used motor. Where I set it over here. Get the used motor mounted up to the transmission, and then we can start breaking down this one so we can get the wiring harness on this one and get the intake manifold and the exhaust manifolds back on and get this thing back in. I hope this video helped some of you out. If not, I hope you enjoyed watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and we're out.